I would say hello, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm not kidding myself thinking any ladies would walk into this. It's not meant for them, and I don't think they're interested. Now, Better Bachelor, Joker, which I hold in great regard, it just published, well, not just, but recently published a video that I will link in the bottom about this woman who written to him through Instagram a long winded explanation of what she agrees with him and doesn't agree with him in the manosphere slash bachelor lifestyle and his position and his view of society, women dating, etc., etc. Now, I don't mean to harsh on anyone. The only side I'm taking here is truth, evidence, facts, you can call it whatever it is. It's not tainted by, let's say, interests. I get $0 off this video. I don't plan to make any money off of it. I have a business of my own, private practice, and I just want to tell you people that this is not biased. Okay? I'm 39 years old. I have dated over 200 women in my life. And I saw this video and I said, something smells fishy about this. It's not like it's false. It's more like science fiction. I mean, what 25-year-old fit woman who's a software engineer, who's conservative in the bedroom and doesn't sleep around only with long-term partners? Who is this unicorn? And even if such a person exists within a subset of a subset of a subset, which is a small group out of a small group, just one individual, I still don't understand what is the motivation of such a person, if they exist, to write a long letter explaining in detail how what Joker said, which is not indisputable in my view, as a discerning, intelligent, academically endowed man. Okay, if that's the thing that talks to you, then yeah, I'm certified. So it doesn't look real. Either Joker was being trolled very hard, or someone has actually put a lot of effort in trying to make this seem real, and say, well, we don't like how men are treating us, and men make more money, or all that. He's addressing her issues, her qualms, her disagreements, like a 25-year-old. I wouldn't say woman, because I only think women are women from the age of 35 and onwards. It's my personal view. You may disagree, but I don't care. Anyway, this 25-year-old is trying to tell this 48-year-old, hey, listen, you got the picture all wrong. Most men mistreat women. And how am I supposed to act when you publicly give this information out to people, to all your subscribers and viewers, that the majority of women are illogical, gold-digging, self-centered, entitled, egotistical. Okay? How dare you? How dare you? I mean, I'm not good at video editing, but I would put Greta Thunberg in this moment if I could. It's obvious to me that a 25-year-old fit woman, as she described herself, has no debt. I mean, she's 25 and a software engineer. That is not a short degree to study for. It's definitely costly. So I'm asking myself, where did the money come from? Okay, unless mommy and daddy are, well-to-do and decided to foot the bill, where'd you get the money from? They're not rich and they didn't really essentially help you. Now, I live in a country where tuition, if you are good enough to get into the particular university, not college, colleges are private for us. University, the tuition is not as bad as the US. Okay. But still, there are standards you need to meet to get in. So if she got into engineering, software engineering, which is hard to get into and very hard to graduate from. I have a friend who's an engineer. He's thinking of a PhD in mechanical engineering. It is very difficult for me to believe that she's 25, has no debt of any kind, graduated, working, and conservative valued. I'm asking myself, and I know I'm being very cynical, is she a dog? I mean, facially wise, is she horrible to look at? Is that why she developed, let's say, an intellectual side, an academic side? Too many unknowns. But the general vibe I get from this is basically this is not a real person, or it's maybe a real person, but it's such an outlier, and like someone at the edge of the spectrum of the distribution of statistics. Like the ugliest women are 2%, the most gorgeous, unique women are 2%, and everyone else kind of falls in between. Most are here between 1 and 10. They are 5s and 6s. So she has to be really a rarity to have this point of view. But then again, she is 25. What kind of experience is she speaking out of? I don't know. She's been dating, she said, since she was 14. Doesn't sound like very conservative. Doesn't sound like a software engineer either. So, what I'm saying is, and I commented on Better Bachelor's Joker's video, and I said, this smells science fiction, and I think you've put in a lot of effort in this video, which is wasted. Because let's, for the sake of argument, say this woman/girl, no, this girl is real, and this message is real and authentic. Why would you waste your time addressing one person? For whose benefit? 300,000 subscribers, almost. How many are interested in a 25-year-old's very unique, very out there kind of view? I mean, if she was 35 and had lots of experience and is a well-accomplished woman, I'd say, well, I'm kind of interested in what your life has been like. Give some examples. What is your view? But she's 25. I mean, if I'm nearly 40, I'm not going to ask a 25-year-old about what do you think is right? Is my experience right? I mean, a surgeon who's 55 will never ask for pointers from a 19-year-old med student, no matter how bright. You wouldn't, stand in the operating room and say, do you think I got this right? Do you think, the artery is insulated well enough? What do you think about the BP? No, it's out of the mind. It's out of your mind. He's been performing surgery for over 35 years. The math is not 30 years. Let's say it's at least 30 years of surgery. Why would you ask someone who's inexperienced as that and put value on it? I don't know. Maybe that maybe that girl was so uniquely defined and in her opinions and is willing to be nice and say, I don't mean any offense. But truly, people, when have you ever met a 25-year-old fit software engineer with no debts? I'm not saying she should be a supermodel, but if she's reasonably good looking, I'd be rubbing my eyes and saying, gotta lay off the booze, man. Gotta lay off the booze. And I would be saying that even though I do not drink. So, men, viewers of Better Bachelor, others or otherwise, here's some truth served to you, non-scripted, unedited, just my point of view. And I know for a fact this will reverberate, this will feel more truthful to you than what the video, which I'll be linking. I don't believe this girl, even if she does exist and it's not a troll of some kind. Not including her name is fine, but I don't know. Her bio? Just scratch the name out. Show the picture. And I don't know what's wrong about putting someone's name, just the first name, let's say, and saying this person said something. Because I used to be a journalist. I was local, on print, and then became online. But it's totally legal to do so. It takes away the credibility of the story if you say, person X has told me this and this and that. A journalist, a seasoned one, would say, you're making that person up. And I'm not saying Joker is, because to say that is to know that he is. And I don't think so. But as he says, take it with a grain of salt. I'd say, people, if you can't verify, okay, and stand to scrutiny in front of a judge in a courtroom, have some room for skepticism, okay? Because it is not healthy to you in any way to just consume every word a person is saying to you without scrutiny, without some kind of logic, reason, and background, okay? Just because it's on the internet doesn't make it true. Have a wonderful evening, night, afternoon, whatever it might be. I'm Michael Gray. Peace.